But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. I can't.
I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm ready to die for this. Understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he's going to prison when he gets through.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly agreed to face Roy Jones Jr., but only under his long-standing conditions. No sanctioned bouts, no threat to his perfect 50-0 record, and strictly within the safe confines of an exhibition. However, Roy Jones Jr. fired back with a bold public challenge, rejecting the exhibition idea altogether. In a recent interview, Jones made it clear that he wants a genuine fight, insisting, ain't going to be no exhibition. I want it to be real.
So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect him. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're going to have some respect. Because if you want to get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
Roy Jones Jr. has made it clear that any fight with Floyd Mayweather must be a legitimate, sanctioned professional bout that is scored and added to their official records, non-negotiable terms in his eyes. Doubling down in the same interview, Jones challenged Mayweather directly, saying he's ready to fight under any circumstances. If you want to fight, come on. I ain't tripping. We both fight for real. I don't bother anybody, but if you've got a problem with my opinion, then anything
is cool too. I got an opinion, and I'm allowed to say my opinion. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go.
Jones's demand directly challenges the foundation of Mayweather's post-retirement career, as since defeating Conor McGregor in 2017 to preserve his flawless professional record, Mayweather has strictly limited himself to.
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like?
You got to respect a person does stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he's the greatest? No. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80, he could retire to 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right?
Mayweather's post-retirement events have been carefully managed, unsanctioned exhibitions designed to protect his record, legacy, and earnings, with the boxing icon often stressing that he is now an entertainer rather than an active professional fighter. By demanding a sanctioned bout, Roy Jones Jr.
You're the instigator, but you just asked him, you just said, like the critics are talking about it, you just started something. So you're for boxing. So we had that conversation.
Bro, we have me and Roy having a conversation, man.
But everybody's loving it though. They're loving the thing. What do you think about this the whole scenario?
Them going back and forth?
Yeah.
They're just fighters, man.
You think they should get it on? You think Floyd get it?
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Who is better in there?
The boxing world has offered mixed reactions to the potential showdown, and in a recent interview with Radio Raheem, veteran fighter Bernard Hopkins shared his perspective on a hypothetical Roy Jones Jr. versus Floyd Mayweather matchup, stating, "It all depends on who throws more punches." When Raheem mentioned Mayweather's video highlighting Jones's knockout losses, Hopkins responded thoughtfully, suggesting it simply revealed a fighter's moment of vulnerability during bouts with Antonio Tarver or Glenn Johnson, before reflecting on the harsh reality of combat sports and how fans often mock fighters at
Floyd making fun of him that he got knocked out and all this stuff. What do you think about that situation? Who's the better fighter in their prime?
Look, in their prime, I gotta give it up to both guys, but I mean, look, man, let's keep this fighting thing for the young bucks.
You fought Floyd, you fought him, so you know firsthand. You know his talent. But Roy in his prime, when he was like Superman before the knockouts, before everything.
He was a beast. He was a beast.
Reflecting on his history with Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins admitted that while he lost to Jones in 1993, he has nothing but respect for his former rival, emphasizing that Jones was a beast in his prime and that it would be wrong to diminish a fighter when they're down. Hopkins praised Jones's unique and unorthodox style, noting that his longevity, accomplishments, and victories far outweigh his defeats, insisting that the greatness Jones displayed in his era will always overshadow the losses, with his rewards and triumphs carrying 10 times the weight of his setbacks.
Not because he did a great job, but he did it for himself, and it worked for him. But now wants the Mayweather concept, because Mayweather made so much money, staying undefeated, waiting till the right time to fight Pacquiao, fighting the fight at the right time, he monopolized the business. But the problem was, it only made him money, and the people he was fighting, it didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport. Because not everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated.
In an interview with Fight Hub TV, Oscar de la Hoya offered a more psychological perspective on the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr., making it clear he had no personal stake in the feud, saying, "No, I'm good with him. I have no business," when asked about Mayweather. De La Hoya suggested the conflict might be rooted in the mental challenges fighters face after retirement, noting that seeing younger boxers rise can stir emotions. He acknowledged Jones's reputation for being outspoken and speaking the truth, while also recognizing
when you look at Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s whole career, you see a perfect career, incredible fights, losses. But what you won't see is in his career where he was as good and as dominant at his peak as Roy Jones Jr. was. Roy Jones Jr. was one of the best fighters, pound for pound, #1 fighter in the sport of boxing for over a decade, and he deserved respect for that. Now, specifically about what Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to say, Claressa Shields.
During her media rounds ahead of defending her undisputed middleweight titles against Lonnie Daniels, Claressa Shields was asked by Fight Hub TV about the heated online feud brewing between Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. Shields didn't mince words, responding with a blunt observation: "Beef is beef, man. Smoke is smoke. People don't like each other, so I don't know why everybody acts shocked." She explained that ego clashes are simply part of combat sports, where greatness often comes with pride and rivalry. In her view, Mayweather pouring fuel on the fire by posting footage of Jones's knockout was the spark that ignited the latest wave of tension between the two legends. Shields even laughed as she offered the simplest solution to the drama: just let them fight. Former world champion Antonio Tarver also chimed in during an interview with Seconds Out, adding another layer to the conversation. Tarver, who etched his name in boxing history as the man who handed Jones his first professional defeat, drew a sharp comparison between the two all-time greats. While he acknowledged Mayweather's immaculate 50-0 record and the respect it commands, he argued that Mayweather was never perceived as truly unbeatable in the same way Roy Jones Jr. was during his prime. Tarver emphasized that
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not Pacquiao. Of course, that's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game. But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever. That's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money he made.
In an interview with Fight Hub TV, Manny Pacquiao joined the debate over a potential Floyd Mayweather versus Roy Jones Jr. matchup, expressing admiration for Jones's skill set, describing him as Roy Jones is Roy Jones, and in his prime, man, fast footwork, strong. When asked if Jones could knock out Mayweather, Pacquiao didn't hesitate, answering, "I think so," a bold remark that added even more fuel to the ongoing discussion, especially given
Roy Jones. You know Roy Jones, right? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you very
Let me
much.
get a shout out for Team Rock. You agree with me? Roy Jones is in his prime. Man, like, fast, footwork, strong.
Across these interviews, it has become clear that Roy Jones Jr.'s stance is not merely a preference but a firm requirement. He refuses to compete in an exhibition and insists on a sanctioned professional fight, judged on official scorecards and recorded in the history books. Mayweather, meanwhile, has yet to agree to these terms, though he has mocked Jones publicly and hinted at a possible confrontation. Every bout he has taken since retirement has remained strictly within the exhibition realm.
Where would you eventually fight? Where would you put him in the rankings? Mayweather, where would you put him? Who? I'll ask you a question. If you don't respect Muhammad Ali, how can I respect you? It's a good point.
Jones's condition is designed to push Mayweather out of his comfort zone and into a true, sanctioned fight, but the big question remains, will Mayweather ever agree to step